disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Flixx, Kicks, and Flixx, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me, as always, my podcast partners, Joe Hartley, Angel Diaz. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up?
All right. If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we're members of the Martial Arts Center Network. Just check for us on all of our social media platforms. On Tuesdays, we have CTE with Chris, Los, and Travis. On Wednesdays, it's us, Flixx, Kicks, and Flixx with Gene, Mike, Joe, and Angel. And on Thursdays, you can get the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. For more information, check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Internet Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Fellas, it's showtime. What's happening?
Same old, man. You know, a real chill weekend. Watching the movie, analyzing everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is the first movie we've done, you know, that's a new movie. So I thought that was really cool, and I like that. So I'm interested to see where everyone's at.
Okay. What's up, Angel? What's up, Books?
Man, I've been looking forward to this day. Oh, my God, I've been looking forward to this day.
Yeah, it's going to be a good conversation. So we're going to talk about the new Mortal Kombat movie, Mortal Kombat 2021. But first, before we get into that, how was your weekend? Either one of you.
My weekend was real nice, man. The weather could have been better, but other than that, I had a good weekend.
My weekend was completely terrible.
For real? I'm sorry to hear that.
Terrible, man. The only good thing was Mortal Kombat. That's all I had good for me this weekend.
Wow.
I had nothing else that was good for me this weekend.
I had a Mortal Kombat week. That's what I had. You know.
Really?
Well, yeah, because, you know, I watched Mortal Kombat again, Annihilation on Monday last week, and then we recorded the podcast Tuesday night. Over the weekend, I watched Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge.
That was a good one.
That was good. I was impressed with that movie. And then I watched this movie, Mortal Kombat 2021. And yeah, so I had a decent weekend. And then I had Champ, of course, with me on Sunday. And I introduced him to Star Wars, which is fun. I had put a clip on Facebook of that up of him watching Jar Jar Binks. And it hit me. I said, okay, this is what this character is for. Because, of course, you know, as adults, I didn't really care for the character. But Champ thought he was hilarious. You know, he laughed every time he got on the screen. And I said, okay, well, this is what this guy was for. You know, he's for the little kids. He's not for the adults and the teenagers, you know, the people who couldn't stand that guy, you know.
I like Jar Jar.
I was about to say, you were a little kid.
I don't mind Jar
around
Jar either.
Oh, man, you two are the only adults I have ever met that have said that. But I understand why you do, Angel. I understand why you do, because you were young when that movie came out.
So I was Champ's age when that came out.
Well, Champ is 8. You were 8 when that came out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was right around Champ's age when that came out. So
I tell people all the time also that the younger generation who did not grow up with the first set of trilogies like I did, you know, they like those first 3 movies. And honestly, I don't really have a problem with those first 3. The only thing I don't like the second movie too much, Attack of the Clones. I really didn't care for that, and I really can't stand the pod racing in the first one. But I like Revenge of the Sith. But other than that, I don't have a issue with those movies. You know, I'm a Star Wars fan. You know.
Yeah, me too. I'm right there with you, man. The Star Wars movies to me were all pretty great. I mean, everyone has their favorites, but
you know what I want to see? I want to see a martial arts Star Wars movie. That's what I want to see.
Oh, that would be so good. That would be so fantastic.
That would be sweet, you know. But let's talk about Mortal Kombat 2021. So Joe, you said you got some feelings about this movie. Angel, I saw you mention it. I didn't say anything on our group thread.
If you guys start, I swear to God, man.
Come on. There's so much to pick apart in this movie, okay? I'm going to say it right now, okay? All the people that loved it, good for you. I'm not one of them. I didn't hate it either, okay? I didn't hate it. But I got a lot of things that I need to pick apart about this movie. That's all I'm going to say.
Interesting. And Angel, how do you feel about this movie?
Man, I could die a happy man now. That's what I could do. Like this, I'm so grateful that they did what they did. I will say, not as much action as the older version. Not as much action. But I did appreciate that they took the time to make somewhat of a plot and a storyline. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. To me personally, if I had to rate it on a 10 scale, I'm giving it an 11. It's just amazing. It was good. It was good for me. Gene and Joe, don't make this where I have to defend myself because
listen. Okay, you want to put it on a scale? Right now, I'm at a 6. Convince me higher.
Ooh.
What?
That's all I'm saying. I'm at a 6, man.
Okay, so
6.5 maybe.
What? Not even a 7? Oh God! What is wrong with you?
I'm telling you. Where you at, Gene?
I will give this movie a 15.
Really?
Yes, I love this movie.
Both y'all gonna be against me. Oh my God!
I love this movie. I was surprised. I was
shocked.
surprised.
I'm shocked right now. I'm shocked.
Gene, you're back on my side.
So all right, that's fine. You know what? I'm gonna be the heel today. I'm gonna be the heel today. That's all right. Let's go.
Trav, why are you shocked?
I'm shocked that you went to a 15 to say that you love this movie.
I love this movie. I watched this movie 3 times this weekend.
I watched it 5 times. And I barely liked it more each time I watched it.
You barely liked it more?
Barely. I was a little more impressed each time. I'm gonna watch it again with my son. He wants to see it. He wants to see all the guts and gore and all the swearing. So
I watched it 5 times. Out of those, I loved it every time. I started seeing little things that could have been worked a little better. But for me, I was like, wait a minute. They're playing the long game. They're not playing short term like how they did with the first one. Like we made the first one.
Okay, but here, and they are, and I'm okay. I'm good with that. I like that. But here's the thing. Okay, let's get into this. Open up. Fighting scene. Best fighting scene I've seen in a long time. Great. They released that early. I watched it. I'll watch that fighting scene a million times. Loved it. It was great.
Great.
Scorpion versus Sub-Zero as ninjas. They're ninja clans. They hate each other. He kills his family. It was a great fight scene. If they would have kept that intensity throughout the whole movie, I'd be at a 15 as well.
You don't think they kept that intensity?
No, they didn't.
I don't know, man.
The movie? Did you watch Annihilation?
No, I didn't. They did not. That fight scene was great. Okay. Then, now we meet Cole. I don't like Cole. I don't think the movie needed Cole. I didn't care for Cole. I wish Cole would have died right there.
Oh my God. You know what?
I didn't like him. I didn't like Cole. I didn't like his story fitting in with Scorpion. I didn't like it. I just didn't care for it.
But how were you going to have? They had to bring Scorpion though. How would you have had him come into the movie? Explain that now.
The same way he does in the game.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Okay, for those of you who are listening,
sorry, we're getting into this.
No. I just wanted to put this disclaimer. Okay, so we are about to be spoiler heavy with this review. Okay, so if you haven't seen Mortal Kombat 2021, the new movie yet, why don't you just pause this podcast right now and go watch the movie and then come back and listen to us if you don't mind being spoiled. Okay, you had your warning. Okay, we about to get into it. All right, let's go.
How would you have Scorpion in? Like, how would you show him in the movie? How?
Scorpion's hate always brought him back from hell to kill Bihan / Sub-Zero. That was always the story. It wasn't, some descendant of Scorpion had to hold his spear to bring him back. So to me, Scorpion could have shown up from the beginning him and Sub-Zero could have had 2, 3, 4 fights that would have been great. But instead, they have to tie it to Cole. And then the whole time when I realized Cole was a descendant, I thought, oh, maybe Cole's going to be the new Scorpion. I would have been okay with that even. But to me, to have him tied to Scorpion as a descendant, and then he is the reason Scorpion comes into the movie, it just was too much for me.
What? So why? So you said you wish they would have more fight scenes. Why can't we, as we know, they have like an eternal like battle, Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Yeah.
Why can't now another descendant from the Lin Kuei come up in the second movie, and now they're fighting Scorpion and Sub-Zero again? Why can't we have that? Why long term? We don't need. I don't need my dessert and all that all in one meal. Let me build my way up to it. Let me get through the appetizer. Let me get my dinner. Then from there we move to the dessert. We don't need to go and rush right to cookies. I didn't even. I'm just saying, I get what you're saying. Would I have loved for that to happen, to see more Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight scenes? I would love to, but this is where I'm at with it. I didn't even get that in any of them. So let me take what I can get now. I got 2, and that was good. And they were great fight scenes. Awesome.
To me, the Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight scenes were the 2 best fight scenes of the whole movie, and they were the only good fight scenes of the whole movie. Just in my opinion.
Oh my God. Gene, what did you do to this guy? What did you do?
I didn't do anything to him.
No, I don't even know who you are anymore.
Listen, man.
He's heartbroken. He's heartbroken.
I'm still Miyagi-Do for life, okay? We're good. We're Miyagi-Do for life, but on this, we're going to be different.
Your name is Bihan now. I can't.
That's fine.
Okay, so Joe, you just said something that I didn't put together. When Cole had the blade in his hand, I didn't know that's why Scorpion came back.
I don't think why.
I didn't make that connection when that happened.
Cole was seeing Scorpion. Scorpion was reaching out through him from hell, right? They kept showing little bits and pieces. And when his family was in trouble and he was fighting Sub-Zero and he was on the brink of basically losing, and he brought out that spear and stabbed him with it, that's when Scorpion appeared.
No, Scorpion appeared. Scorpion appeared when Sub-Zero had it.
Either way, it was
because
the spear was his tether from the nether realm, or from the hell, or whatever you want to call it, to appear in Earth, because he thanked Cole for bringing him back.
Right.
I don't think it was the spear that I thought it was that now Cole finally found his inner Kime. He was able to find his spirit, and then that's what brought him back.
Because he found that fighting Goro.
Yeah, but he didn't. Okay, maybe.
Who knows? They didn't do a good job explaining that, like why Scorpion came in. And honestly, I was thinking like you, Joe. I was thinking like he was going to be the new Scorpion. I was thinking Cole was going to be the new Scorpion.
That's what made it better. The fact that I'm sitting here, I go, "Oh shit, he's a new Scorpion," and then the real Scorpion comes out. I'm like,
when that happened, I forgot about Scorpion. When that happened, I wasn't paying attention for Scorpion. Like I was into the movie. So when the fight scene happened, I was just watching the fight scene. And when the Scorpion's chain and spear came out, or whatever you call it, I don't know if it has a name or whatever. But when it came out, I didn't realize that's what it was. I thought that Sonya had came into the fight, and I don't know why I thought she had a bow and arrow. I don't know. I've been watching too much Arrow or Hawkeye or something. I don't know. But I said, okay, Sonya, she's going to come help him. And it didn't click. It didn't click that it was Scorpion until I saw Scorpion. And I did what you did, Angel. I sat up. I said, oh, shit. Yeah. I got hyped when that happened. Because I completely did not think about Scorpion. I wasn't thinking about him throughout the movie. I was seeing the little flashes, but I was just thinking like, okay, eventually Cole is going to get those powers when he gets powers. So yeah, I enjoyed that part. That was my favorite part of the movie.
When Scorpion appeared, that was my favorite part too, because I knew it was going to be another good fight.
So my question at the very, very beginning, something that happened at the very, very beginning.
The film, come on, man! Like,
let me ask you this. Okay, so let's go to the very, very top of the movie, the very, very beginning. So, Sub-Zero shows up and he kills pretty much Scorpion's whole family, his whole tribe, everyone, because they were on the compound, and he kills everyone except for Scorpion's daughter. Right?
We could find her.
Right, he couldn't find her, which I didn't really like that part also because the baby was crying. And all of a sudden, now that she hears people, she stopped crying. Like, no, the baby would have been crying even louder then and there, you know. And
100%.
Sub-Zero should have found her. But that's beside the point. That's me nitpicking.
No,
excuse me.
I agree with you. Yeah.
But my issue was it seemed like the story was saying that his name was Hanzo, right? That was Scorpion's real name.
Hanzo.
They were making it seem like he was a nice guy, like he was a good guy. And my only thing was, okay, if he's a good guy, why is he going to hell?
Because they're a part of a ninja clan. I mean, the whole idea of a ninja clan is to fight other ninja clans for supremacy.
Well,
fuck that. I'm not going to hell. I would have
I'm
been
just
like,
saying,
I'm out the clan. I'm out the clan.
But during that time, that's how it was. I mean, think about it. Like, you could be the nicest ninja of all, but your job is to kill people.
I guess.
I thought of it as like he was like the number one like assassin, right? But what I thought was interesting was I felt like you kind of had like a Chinese-Japanese rivalry within that because Bihan was speaking Chinese. And then he switched over to Japanese to talk like shit almost. So I thought it was something must have happened where like the ninjas went to China, did something there, and then now Bihan came back over and started attacking them, which I thought was interesting on that part.
No, those two clans they've always been at war for centuries.
Yeah, they have. Like they're mortal, mortal and immortal enemies now. It's crazy.
And if I was someone who worked for HBO Max, Warner Brothers, Warner Media, I would definitely do a prequel for Sub-Zero and Scorpion, showing that battle or those problems between both clans. I would definitely make that a series. I wouldn't even do a movie. I would do a TV show, especially since they have the streaming network.
I think
they've talked about it for a while.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you, man. I think this is where they're going to start heading with all this. They're going to start taking it to the point where they want to have it where they're going to show the backstories and like the history of the clan, how they got to be such enemies on opposite ends. And this is why I was saying, Joe, like, I feel like you couldn't have too many Scorpion Sub-Zero matchups because that's what we want to see later on. That's what's going to keep me coming.
No, I agree 100%. And, Travis is pointing out something that I didn't catch, but you know what? He's kind of right here. He said Bihan was there because of the prophecy. So he was there on behalf of Shang Tsung possibly to kill that bloodline because they're supposed to be the ones. I mean, it's a possibility. It really is.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Okay. Because I don't know. You guys are the Mortal Kombat experts. I'm not.
That prophecy was never a part of Mortal Kombat.
No. Well, not that. I didn't have an issue with that. But my question was at the very, very beginning, this movie starts off in the 1600s.
Yeah.
So how is Sub-Zero, and he's a human, he's a Chinese man, you know, he's Chinese. Like, how did he live all of those years?
Well, because Shang Tsung eventually took him under his wing. So he ended up making him like immortal or like timeless, so to say.
Yeah, okay, that's what I've read stuff about that too.
Yeah, like he took him and like through like the sorcery, he like kind of made him like timeless. Because if you not to like jump too far ahead, but like later on, they said like we've won the past 9 centuries, we've won them, and that part of Shang Tsung's method of winning was breaking the rules and killing off the best of the best. Like through like the bloodlines and all that, which I thought was super dope because that's taken a way different approach than any other. That was really good. So
it's also BS. Obviously, the gods don't care.
Well, he said that. He said they didn't know.
I know that's terrible.
Well, I mean, they didn't care in an Annihilation either.
No, they didn't care at all.
They didn't care. So those guys
until the end.
These gods. I'm not really liking these gods right now.
Right, that's another thing. Okay, so I'm giving you my perspective on Cole. What about Raiden? You like Raiden?
I liked him better than the last Raiden that we had.
But he looked like one of the monks from the Fourth Karate Kid.
And in Annihilation, he looked like a fisherman. I mean, so what are we talking about?
My thing with Raiden was this. I thought it was cool how they left his eyes glowing to give him.
Yeah, that was fine. I was good with that.
To give him that effect. I wish he could have did a little more.
That's what I said. I said I wish I would have seen him do a little more.
A little more. But I like how he did more teaching in this movie than any of the past ones. Like he did more hands-on, like not hands-on teaching, but more like guiding in a way. I thought that was cool.
Really? He was a bit of an a-hole.
How?
He's like, yeah, this is what I got to work with.
They look like they sucked. I mean, I don't blame them. I was thinking the same thing, honestly. I was like, this
the best out of them.
He only really had. Think about it. Think about who he had.
Like 30 days.
Think about who he had. He had Liu Kang. He had Kung Lao. But other than that, Sonya did not have the mark, so she technically wasn't one of the fighters. Cole could not even win an MMA fight.
Exactly. And even Kano's dumbass.
And then there's Kano. We'll get to that later. And then Jax, who did not have any arms at the time, so I don't blame Raiden. Like, I would have been upset too. Like, oh, Earth is done. I would have been like, you know what? That's it.
Hey, the way they did Jax in this movie in the beginning was so foul. Oh my!
I was about to say, I thought they killed him. I was like, if he's dead,
they should have killed him.
I'm turning this off.
The way his arms got destroyed, I said, that was just nuts. I could not believe it.
Oh, I was talking about the fall that he took. I was thinking about that. Like he should have been dead.
All of it.
He couldn't brace himself. He just fell face first. Boom. He hit something first. He hit like another level, and then he hit the ground. He was messed up.
Right? I was kind of mad he even went after him. I didn't think that was a fair fight.
Well, if you think, he's trying to help Cole and save his family and everything, and, get him back to Sonya.
Yeah. So, what I mean? Never mind. So we get introduced to Cole at the beginning of the movie, and he is an underground. I want to say underground MMA fighter because he wasn't fighting in any type of big promotion or anything like that.
Amateur is probably the better word.
I wouldn't even say. I've seen nicer looking amateur places than that. I mean, that looked like like the police could have came in and raided it. But anyway, he loses a fight again. I think he's paid like $200, which he said at the end of the movie. So he's not making a lot of money from fighting, and doesn't look like he's pretty good at it at all. He lost again.
Yes, he used to be good, and then he's kind of on the downward spiral.
Yeah. His wife doesn't even watch him fight anymore. She can't take it. But his daughter does. And, she explains to, her mom that he lost. He did not look too down about it. I mean, he looked sad, but he didn't look like, like, okay, it's time for me to give this up. Like I should retire or anything like that. And they decide that they're going to go get something to eat. Jax comes and he speaks to him. Now, Sonya and Jax have been looking for fighters who've had the marking on them, which is really pretty much the circle with the Mortal Kombat dragon in the center of it. How did they know who to go look for? Like, how would you know who has this? Go ahead.
They said it that so I think it was in Brazil. All right, hold up. So when they said this, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought about Street Fighter. I said, "Oh shit, Jax was fighting Blanca." But they said they were in Brazil, and they went to go kill someone, and Jax realized he has superpower abilities. Killed him, and the mark went on Jax.
Right.
But then from there, they did like heavy research because they wanted to know what does this mark mean. They didn't know what happened.
Okay.
Research Sonya and Jax, they found out that there's a Mortal Kombat, like this is what it is, and then that's when they realized like the next tournament must be up, and Jax went and Sonya went to fight.
But what Gene is saying is how did they discover that Cole had a mark?
Yeah, they shouldn't have ever known.
They went to him. They went.
But why? Why would they come to you, Angel, and say we want to talk to you? Like, how would they ever know that?
Because I'm a bad motherfucker. What you mean?
but Cole wasn't. But Cole wasn't.
Are they spying on you when you're taking a shower, looking for the mark?
Yeah, like how would you know? Like some random guy. Like I didn't understand that. Yeah. So the director said that he was a former MMA champion and he's had it from birth, and I agree, that's right. But how would they know that? Like, you know, I have tattoos on my arm. Okay, how would anybody know that who does not know me? How would they know that I have these a certain tattoo on my arm? I was wondering about that because they were saying they were going to find people. Like, how are they finding people? Like, why?
They never said this, but if Jackson and Sonya are military, and I mean, there's military satellites and all kinds of stuff, probably breaking all kinds of privacy laws. But you can probably do like a big Facebook search or something to find anybody with that tattoo.
Yeah, and think about it. Did you see Sonya's compound? She looked like she had every single computer in there. She looked like she robbed her whole entire compound and put it in there. So, and
that's just us making that. That's just me making that up off the top of my head.
Yeah, but that makes sense. I mean, again, like I said, I mean, I would think that maybe when Jax asked him, it was more of the form of a question, like, "Hey, do you have a mark?" And then he said, "Oh yeah, I do too," or something like that. Because again, like I said, if he's an
Jax didn't even show him it until he was in the truck running away from
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, so I just feel like that could be it.
So I could understand if they were finding ways to trace the mark because it was going from person to person to person. You know what I mean? Like somebody fights somebody, they kill them, then the mark jumps to the next person. I can understand them, in a movie way, figuring out who to go target next or who to go talk to. But they wouldn't have had that situation with Cole because he had his from birth. So that's just mine. It's just, I don't know. The director says in MMA fights, you fight with your shirt off. So it's, I guess. So if he's famous, they saw it. That is a possibility.
Okay, that all right. That makes more sense than what we just said. So.
I would. Okay, I'll give him that. I'll give the director that.
Yeah, that one made perfect sense. That was good.
Did you like the scene after Jax gets done talking to Cole and they go to dinner and Sub-Zero shows up?
They go to get. I thought it was.
Yeah, I like that part. Yeah, I was okay with that.
So did you like the ice, how he was bringing the ice up and down? And I was thinking like, man, I would not want to fight Sub-Zero in a snowball fight. Like that would be the end of you.
But I just thought it was crazy. Like it took them forever to realize it's snowing and we're in California. Like that was just driving me nuts.
Well, they thought it was like a miracle at first, and then they're like, "Wait a second, something's not right."
Well, yeah, his wife said it's July, and that's when it got real.
Yeah.
Luckily, Jack showed up to save them, and he got them in the car. And then he's telling them to go find Sonya, and she can help them from here. He's going to try and slow Sub-Zero down, give them enough time to get away. That didn't really work out, like we talked about. Like he lost his arms.
I don't know how. I don't understand how Sub-Zero that quickly made that whole place ice. That drove me nuts.
Well, okay. Then you open the door for this one. Sub-Zero was way too overpowered in this movie. Granted, he's a very powerful character, but he's not that too overpowered. To be like he was never like he was like God. I think they made him more powerful than Shang Tsung at this point.
So my problem. So this is me. I don't know about you guys. So
I didn't have a problem with it.
Well, no, hold on, no, because this is gonna it all depends on how you look at the two characters. I always thought Sub-Zero was the good guy.
Yes, I did too.
So when I saw him doing all this, my heart was like literally crushing. I'm like, why are you doing this, man? Like, stop breaking his arms. Just say sorry. Like, this could all be talked about through a conversation. And I found myself slowly going over. Like, now I think I'm a Scorpion fan by heart, just because I'm like, man, that's pretty fucked up that they just did this to this guy's family. You know, Sub-Zero, you're kind of an asshole. So like, I really feel like Sub-Zero, they made him on such a bad guy, and how you said they made him way too overpowered. Like he was
okay, but then here's the other thing, man. Like I said, these are ninja clans. Watch a couple of ninja movies when there's clan versus clan. If they have a chance to take out a more powerful ninja clan, I think Hanzo's clan would have took out Sub-Zero and his kids if they had the chance too. Nobody's a good guy in a ninja clan. You're assassins for hire. You get paid to kill people, and then you take out the competition. So I don't think they're good guys in any ninja clan.
I think we definitely need the backstory. We need a prequel. We definitely need a backstory with these two, because
I think we're going to get that. They're supposed to be doing four more Mortal Kombat movies, either 4 more or 4 in total.
I think it's 4. And Sub-Zero signed up for 4 in total.
4 in total.
Okay. So it could be. We could be getting. I don't know, man. We could be getting 2 more continuations, and we could get 1 movie that could be a prequel. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm good with, no matter what, and they can do 3 more sequels for all I care, as long as they're good.
I think the what determines whether another one is made, like how everyone says, is the demand from the fans determine whether the next movie is made. And I think that goes the same for every single movie. As long as the demand from the fans is there, they will make another movie. Because it seemed like, I guess with Mortal Kombat, I feel like everybody knows how the other ones were. So it's like, we don't want to ruin our career with this one movie. So like, that's why I feel like that's why that was in that Sub-Zero's contract, was like, hey, if it's successful, I will continue. If it's I'm not doing no more. And that's it. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But I kind of don't want him to do no more, to be honest with you. Because I want to see, like, his brother come into this. And then that...
Yeah, you know what's going to happen next, right?
Yeah, I know.
No, I don't. What are you talking about?
Sub-Zero is dead. His brother is going to be the next Sub-Zero.
Exactly.
And Sub-Zero is going to come back as Noob Sabat.
Exactly.
It's who?
Noob Sabat.
That happens in the game?
Yeah, so
Sub-Zero, I don't know. Okay.
Sub-Zero is going to have the same idea as Scorpion. He's going to rise from the depths of hell or wherever he ends up, and he's going to give into the darkness, and he's going to be Noob Sabat.
But for some reason, I don't want to say for some reason, the brother is supposed to be like nicer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Like, because everyone in a ninja clan is assassins for hire, so he's nicer, but not like it's hard to explain. But like,
no, I got you.
You know what I mean? Like, he's not as cutthroat as Bihan. Like,
no, but he does want to seek revenge for his brother. Yeah, but he's okay helping save the world first.
Exactly. Like he wants to make sure when he kills them, there's no extra, like he doesn't have no more responsibilities. Like, it's just me, you, we fight to the death, and that's it. Like, that's like his whole goal, is to get that one-on-one matchup. As opposed to Bihan, he's like, man, your whole family goes down. So
Cole ends up taking his family home. It seemed like home, but at first, the first time I saw it, I thought he took him home. The second time, I was like, he couldn't have took him home. Like, that would be dumb. Because if people are after you, why would you take somebody to your house?
Because he's not getting it. Because he's dumb.
You don't like Cole. That's what it is. I just realized.
I don't like Cole.
He doesn't like Cole.
I said that from the beginning.
But why don't you like? Every Mortal Kombat game, Cole is a made up character for this movie, right? He's not in any games, right?
No.
Okay, so every game that comes out has new characters, though, right? So if every game has new characters and you're okay with that, like, why wouldn't you be okay with the movie having a new character also? You
don't give me Johnny Cage, and then you give me Cole.
They kind of gave you Johnny Cage.
No, that's not the same thing. You gave me Cole, not Johnny Cage.
But again, long term. Why?
I'm okay with the long term. Long term, we could have a movie without Cole.
We couldn't have this movie without Cole. Like, it was surrounding him. The movie is based around him.
That's my problem with it.
So let me ask you this. Joe. Hold on. Let's say we just pick up Cole and take him out this movie. And in this place, the exact same movie, but it's Liu Kang in the exact same spot. Would you be okay with this movie? Nothing changes. It's just instead of Cole, it's Liu Kang.
You want to get into my problems about Liu Kang?
No. I'm asking about this right here, this part. I'm not saying that's Liu Kang. I'm talking about a Liu Kang that was in the Cole spot. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that guy.
That's fine. I'd take that better than Cole. Well, you know what? Give me Johnny Cage instead of Cole.
The funniest thing all weekend was when I started seeing people say my Liu Kang versus your Liu Kang. I was like, because I saw it, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. When I'm watching it with my brother, we both look at each other. He goes, "Yo, this Liu Kang look kind of soft, don't he?" And I said,
"Yeah."
I said,
wait! Before we jump on Lou, before we jump on this guy, hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Let's not jump ahead. We gonna get there in a minute. Were Sonya and Jack still part of the military? Because that was not made clear, and I wasn't 100% sure. Only because I was looking at Sonya's place, and at first, like I said, the first time I saw it, I thought they were. The second time I saw it, I said, well, maybe not, because they're not reaching back to any type of superiors are telling them what's going on or anything. It seemed like they were just going solo, trying to figure out what's going on with this Mortal Kombat tournament.
That's what I got.
100%. I did too.
Yeah, that's what I got. I think they ended their contracts with the military and they're just doing their own thing. But I feel like eventually they're gonna have to bring Stryker into this. So I'm interested to see how they're gonna mix that in there.
Me too.
Because
did they mention him?
No. I think they said the name like super quick.
But that's what I thought too.
Not talking about him, like they just said, yeah, Stryker, and then they kept going with the conversation. So I'm waiting to see how they're gonna bring him back into this, because they have to. There's no way they can't.
Okay. Okay. I thought they mentioned him, but I thought somebody had already caught him and killed him. But I thought maybe that was one of the other.
That was the other movie had definitely.
Okay. That's what it was. Okay. So when Cole leaves his family, he drops him off at home, and he goes and finds Sonya. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just thought of something. You said that they were in California?
Yeah. And he drove to Indiana.
That's what I'm saying. He drove to Indiana from California.
I know. When I heard them say,
are you sure they were in California?
I'm pretty sure. Yo, listen. When I heard him say you need to drive to Indiana, to Fort Worth, Indiana, or something. When I heard Zach say that, as I was watching, I go, "Damn, that's a long ass fucking ride. Like who would do that shit?" But I guess if someone's after you, you'll do whatever it takes just to lie to be alive.
You're not getting to Indiana from California. Yeah, he in the same night. He did it in the same night. That's not happening. Maybe that's a little hole right there. I don't know. Maybe they weren't in California. Maybe they were in Detroit. Who knows? Maybe in Chicago. Who knows? I don't know. They did seem a little. The
MMA gym looked more like Detroit or Chicago.
Yeah,
it looked like they're on the West Coast though.
Like you said, I was thinking that when I was watching the movie, I thought they were in California. But just as we were recording this podcast, I remember Jack saying to go to Indiana to find Sonya, and then it hit me like, wait a minute, if he was in California, that's a long drive. But who knows? We'll figure that out later. If somebody's listening, you guys know. Let us know when you guys see our thumbnail on Facebook. Let us know. Put it in the comments. Yeah. Anyway, so now he gets to Sonya and he meets Sonya and he sees Kano. Did you like Kano?
I love Kano.
Okay.
Kano. I thought Kano was like a more abrasive Conor McGregor.
He was pretty funny. He was hilarious.
He was good. I like Kano.
Okay. I mean, she had the way she pretty much kidnapped him.
Yep.
And brought him, because she had him, in handcuffs and chains. In a dark room, she had him, and she said that she went there for someone else, and she showed up, and Kano had killed the other guy, and then she saw that he got the dragon. So that's why the marking. So that's why she had him. Do you guys think she was going to talk him into fighting in the tournament, or?
I think she kept debating whether killing him for his marking.
Yeah, I think she wanted,
but she just couldn't do it
Mm.
until she had to, of course.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to be in that tournament, man. She wanted all that responsibility.
Yeah, she did. And then someone shows up, a reptile.
Reptile, not a reptile. Reptile showed up, man.
No,
Reptile
showed up.
That was not Reptile. To me, it wasn't. And I went to the credits to look.
No,
and
that's who they wanted it to be, but that's not who it was.
It was a reptilian.
Yeah. And like what Kano said, he killed the lizard man. It was the lizard man.
It looked like a damn mini Godzilla. What the hell?
It did.
That bothered me so bad.
Because I looked at the credits to see was it going to have like credit for Reptile, and it does not say Reptile. So I'm looking at that as like, okay, so that wasn't really the real Reptile from the
real Reptile. I think
I don't think so. I don't think so. It didn't seem like it.
Why introduce him then as that? Why? Because
then the next one can show up in the more of the ninja form. Who knows? Who knows why they do anything?
Joe, it's me tonight. So this is what it's like to listen to me.
I don't know. I guess. So that way we could go back to this. And I can go. I told you so.
So they fight and they're getting beat up by that reptile creature.
Good though.
Yeah, and then Kano finally takes him down and he rips out his heart. And he's pretty happy about it. And then he also says that he knows where Raiden's temple is, and that's where Sonya wants to go because she feels that's where the tournament is going to be, or there's going to be training there or something. She wants to get there, and he said that he can get him there. She says, "I'll give you $2 million." Of course, she doesn't have any money. That's what I was wondering about when she said that. I thought that she could have contacted some superiors or whatever to get them that money. But then, of course, she lied. She didn't have no money at all.
And he negotiated up to 3.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. I mean, for her, it's like, you weren't getting it anyway.
Might as well make it 20.
Right, basically. That would have been real funny if she said that. He probably would have been like, "Oh, you're full of shit. You don't have the money at all." But they got dropped off. So he gets a guy, or he finds someone who has a plane. He has a friend who has a plane, and they take them there. But they just dropped them off anywhere because they just jumped off the plane, and they were in the middle of nowhere, had no idea how to use a compass or what direction they were going in.
He just said it was like 27 clicks or whatever.
27? No, it was 27 kilometers.
Something like that.
And then after he said, let's make it 35 to be safe.
I thought he was talking about the days till they got there. That's what I thought he was talking about. I said, "Oh man,
kilometers, man."
No, he was talking about the distance.
Okay,
the days.
I thought he was days. I was like, he was just messing. I thought he was just messing around with him.
The tournament already finished.
So they're walking along, and this is one of my favorite scenes when Liu Kang showed up. Because, Kano walks up to him to talk to him, and then he hits him with a fireball and knocks him back. And I like how he was going to say, I'm going to take you to Raiden's temple. He's like, no, fuck the temple. Did you just shoot fire out of your hands? I would have had the same response back if somebody did that.
But then Kano got excited because he's like, "Oh, am I going to get superpowers?"
I would have been too. Like, you know how many years I waited to have some superpowers? Don't matter what, to fly, to run fast, whatever. Okay,
but none of y'all have a problem with the fact that Liu Kang didn't throw a kick or a punch until after about 12 fireballs? All he did was throw fireballs.
If I could shoot fire, I'm not lifting my damn leg either. I'm gonna fireball everybody. I'm not gonna punch.
You relied on that fireball, man.
Man,
it's his secret ability. Why would you not go?
I know, but we're looking for fight scenes, and all he's doing is throwing a fireball.
Okay, all right, okay.
So if you move out of the way,
you just
kick his ass.
All right, so. You could be that you have you obviously know you can beat a guy with a body punch. You can throw 7 body punches in a row, and you're scoring. Does that mean you're gonna say, "All right, let me go throw a kick now"?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I'm not in a movie. I'm trying to win a point sparring match. I'm
just saying, like if you know you're scoring with 7 body punches and we need to get to 8 points, why are you gonna go do a 360?
See, I'm just saying. I like the first movie where Liu Kang didn't throw a fireball until the end when he was beating the crap out of Shang Tsung and then boom, finished him with the fireball.
That was really a fireball.
Go ahead, Joe. Tell us why you did not. What was your issue with this Liu Kang?
Well, other than the fact that he just never fought, he just threw fireballs. He was soft, man.
All right, man. Let's just be real. Let's just call it like it is because it's gonna end up slipping. So I'm just gonna say it now.
No, don't.
What are you about to say? Director, get your button ready. you might have to bleep out bugs. Okay, go ahead, man. We might have to do some editing on this episode.
Let's say it. I'll be honest with you. He looked like he could not beat a fly.
Okay.
He looked like he could not beat a fly. And it was I just looked at him and I said, man, what kind of Liu Kang don't even do push-ups? He don't do no pull-ups. He out here. He got flab everywhere. He's wearing this sash. The other Liu Kang never wore a sash. His hair wasn't long enough. I just didn't like it, man. I didn't like him, honestly. When he took his shirt off, I was like, keep his shirt on.
My brother said he was a metrosexual.
Man, Bugs, it don't sound like you like this movie too much, man. You got a lot of. You might be leaning closer to Joe more than you think.
No. Listen,
come to the dark side. Come to the dark side.
When I started seeing the memes come out, I was like, nah, man, y'all, someone throw this Liu Kang away, recast him, get the old Liu Kang back to train him, please, because this looked terrible.
Yes, he was not a good Liu Kang.
Okay, so they have their
but I still like him better than I like Cole.
So they go to Raiden's temple and they're there and they're about to start training and they find out that Jax was there. Liu Kang found Jax and they put those little arms.
That was wrong. That was so wrong. I don't care how it ended up. That was wrong.
Let me tell you something right now. When I saw his arms, I thought about Cat Williams. I was like, poor little Ting Ting.
Oh my God. The next time I watch this movie, I'm going to say this. That's all I'm going to say.
I swear to you, when I saw him, I said, damn, I really hope he's able to punch because that looks like I would have much rather have no arms. Because for you to get your arms going to 10 and they're metal, terrible.
Yeah, those arms that he got at first, they were bad, man. They were bad. And you know what I said? I said, man, if he was in Wakanda, he'll have some sweet arms. They don't have any good technology like that in Raiden's temple, I guess.
Apparently not.
But yeah, they look like they were made out of like paper clips. Like those arms just did not look right. The CGI for them didn't look right. But I don't know if they did that on purpose for them not to look right. But they did not look right at all.
Yo, I was so happy when his arms filled out. I was like, oh, thank God, because you were getting your ass beat, man. Thank God they filled out.
So did you like how they're trying to get them to get their powers?
No.
But I didn't really care for that part either. You know, where they pretty much have to, get mad in order for you to, have your power come out.
It was different for everybody. Kano was to get mad. Jax was to, he was helping a comrade. Cole saving his family. That's why Raiden let Cole go back.
But I see that also as he was mad because Goro was about to do some harm to his family and he
had to dig down deep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't consider that anger. Like Kano, they were making fun of him, so he was mad.
Mm-hmm.
Cole, that was something that as a parent and everything, you dig down deep if someone comes after your kid like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's another thing. Cole, how is that a superpower? He gets a Black Panther, Wakandan absorption suit and some blades.
I was going to ask you guys that. What was his? I don't know. It kind of seemed like to be like if he got hit, he could absorb power and then send it back. But I couldn't tell what.
That's why I said it reminded me of the Black Panther suit that takes absorbs all the hits and then sends it out as energy.
Yeah. And then he had those what was those tonfas?
Yeah, they're like bladed tonfas.
Yeah, he those came out of nowhere. But it wasn't like I don't know, like they really didn't give him a power like how even Sonya when she got her power, she had like those little rings that blast.
Yeah, that's from the game. That's from the game.
Is that from the first game or second game? Because I don't remember her ever doing that.
3 or 4.
Okay, that's why I didn't remember that. Okay, so yeah, I never saw her doing that.
That part where she blasted her, that was actually a finishing move in that game.
Okay. All right.
So I love the fatalities in this. Give me the first movie. Give me the first movie with the R rating and the fatalities. I'm good.
Oh man, the one woman. What was the one that was flying in the air and Kung Lao took her out? Oh man, that was I had to look away. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I had to look away. I did, man. Great. I was like, I'm not a gore person. I'm not a gore person at all.
I'm okay with some gore. Bring it on.
And that was, man, I never saw somebody get split in half like that, like from the head all the way down. Like I've never seen an image like that in movies. So
you gotta play the games, man. That's from the game too.
I haven't played, like I said, I haven't played the game since the early 90s. So that's almost 30 years ago. And I have not played on the original Sega Genesis. That was the last time. I never played it on PlayStation 2 or 3 or any Xbox, any of that. So I only know the first 2 Mortal Kombat games, But yeah, man, so that was gruesome. I mean, it was cool, but it was still like I had to look away. I was like, gosh, that's nasty. What was your favorite fatality scene, Joe? Was it that one?
Yeah, it was that one. Kung Lao. I like that one, and I like Jack popping the head.
Yeah, I could deal with that one. I saw that one coming, so I was able to brace myself. I didn't see the Kung Lao one coming when that happened. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be like that. Like graphic like that, and when they showed him taking her down, like I didn't think it was going to be like that.
I knew it was coming. The second that hat started turning, I was like, "Oh, here it is."
Nah, I was thinking like, okay, maybe he's about to cut her head off. I didn't know he was going to split her in half. Yeah. He was going to give her the banana treatment. I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't know that was about to happen. What about you, Bugs?
That could be taken in so many different ways.
Right.
Bugs, hey, get the blue light out of your mind, man.
Yeah. Giving her the banana treatment. That's gonna be my new saying.
No.
Get it on a t-shirt.
You know what? That'll sell. That'll sell. That'll sell.
I had 3 fatalities. My first one was definitely the Kung Lao one. That was the nastiest fatality you've seen the whole entire one.
Oh, it was fantastic.
My second one is actually Goro. When Goro got cut open. That
wasn't a fatality.
That was a fatality.
I guess.
No, his guts came out.
That was nasty. That was a fatality, Joe. I mean, it was nasty.
It was all right. And I got a lot of problems with that whole fight.
Oh God! And then the last one, is the way Scorpion used his fatality because he used the original, the first game fatality when he takes his mask off and he spits fire on you. They use that to kill Bihan. And for me, that was super dope that they took it back old school. So I like that part.
Listen, what'd y'all think of Shang Tsung? That's my next problem.
You'll see my chat.
I really didn't. I kind of liked how I kind of like how they did him. I didn't really have an issue with him.
Oh my God, are you
He
serious?
was
He looked like he's supposed to be a powerful sorceress, not a goofy looking wizard. Y'all watch Kill Bill? He looked like Pai Mei mixed with Dumbledore, man. What the hell was that? What was that? Come on.
I didn't like the way he looked.
He was just he didn't look. Every time I saw him, I was laughing. He's supposed to be scary, and I'm laughing at him.
You see, this is exactly why I did not want to watch any type of you know how movies come out and they have 3 or 4 different trailers. I only saw the one, and I watched the 7-minute clip of the first 7 minutes of the movie. So and I'm unlike you guys, I don't have a history with the game, so I'm not expecting to see certain things. I'm just able to just watch the movie, sit back and relax, and then, you know, hopefully see a good story. And that's what I got out of this movie. Like, I don't have now, if this was an Avengers movie or an X-Men movie or a Spider-Man movie, stuff that I know back and forth, different things, I would probably look at it different if it wasn't what I expected. You know, like if it's a Spider-Man movie and Uncle Ben is throughout the whole damn movie and he does not die, I was like, wait a minute, something wrong. Like Uncle Ben got to go. You know
what I'm saying? Shang Tsung is supposed to be a powerful sorceress, not a goofy looking Chinese ninja wizard. You know, like that's what I felt like they made him, and it threw me off. The whole thing threw me off. Outworld, the way they portrayed Outworld, I hope they do a better job in the second world, because they kind of just made it look really lackluster.
It looked like they were on Mars.
Yeah, it was just really, it was really odd to me. Like, you just get this one, whatever they were sitting atop, perch that they were sitting atop in a throne. It was just like, if you're going to show Outworld, let's see some Outworld.
Did you like Goro?
I loved Goro. Goro was great. He was way better than the first one, but you give me an R-rated movie with Goro. Okay, Goro is the big bad in the movie or in the game, and so to me, he should be the big bad. I want to see Goro rip some people apart, rip some extras apart, man. He's got those forearms. Instead, he gets beat up by the worst character in the whole freaking movie. It was a good fight scene, but I just don't understand how you take the most powerful character that you're supposed to have, and you have him in one scene, one fight, and he doesn't rip anybody apart. He doesn't throw anyone around. He's got the move where he picks you up with 2 arms and punches you with the other 2. Like, there were so many things they could have done with that they just didn't do.
To me, he looked like the Hulk. That's what he looked like. He looked like a skinnier version of the Hulk. Like when they made that CGI, it looked like they just took the Hulk's face and then just put it on the skinnier body with 4 arms, you know. But I thought like what you said, Joe, like he should have been the big bad person that they fought at the end. But you know, I don't think him or Sub-Zero died. I think they're going to be back. And the only reason I say that is because at the end, when Shang Tsung, when he left, you saw smoke go around Sub-Zero. You saw smoke go around Goro when they disappeared. They didn't show that when anybody else died. They just were just dead. They didn't leave. Yeah. And when that happened with those 2 characters, I thought, okay, there's going to be some way that they bring them back for the second movie. So that's what I was thinking. Go ahead, Bugs.
I think you're right. I think I like Goro, actually. I really did. I liked them. I thought they made him look really good. Because compared to what he looked like in the first one, like he looked way better with this one. The fight scene, I can understand why we would want to see more of Goro, but I also thought the fight scene was actually really good. Like the way Cole beat him, I thought it was dope. Like his suit absorbs energy, and then he's able to transfer that energy back onto someone. I thought that was dope. I think the next movie is going to be Mortal Kombat Armageddon. That's what I think.
Next movie is going to be the tournament, from my understanding.
I think it's going to be a tournament, but I think he's going to have like that. He's going to bring so many characters. Oh, that's going to be dope. Yeah, it's going to be dope. I think it's going to be a dope one. Man.
So the fight scenes. Did you have a problem with Sonya beating Kano and taking?
No, that was a simple fight scene. It was no big deal.
That's fine.
Kano's fighting skills were limited. Sonya's a trained, op operative. So
I like how Kano stayed true to being a bad guy, because even though he was with all of the heroes and when he got his power and everything, like he was still a piece of shit. And
he's always gonna be.
right. I like that, because when Cabal went and said, like, there's somebody we can get to,
Cabal, they did a real good job with Cabal, by the way.
I'm gonna be honest.
I really like Cabal a lot. I hope he comes back somehow.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Cabal should have had more of a story arc, like how Sub-Zero did. Because
he does have a good one, but they're not going to do that.
Yeah, but his powers were ridiculous. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. He almost looked unbeatable for a second. I was like, oh shit! Like,
no, he's really good.
I will tell you,
against that Liu Kang, I mean, why not?
Yeah, we already know. I will tell you this. I don't know if you guys noticed this. They told us what characters are going to be in the next movie. If you guys watched it,
I mean, I did, but the only one that I saw was Johnny Cage.
Nope. They told us what characters are going to be in the next movie.
Who else?
Nightwolf, Baraka, Goro is going to definitely make his return. The way I realized it was Johnny Cage. The way I realized it was because go back. Remember when Cole went to the compound where Sonya was?
Yeah.
Watch it again. Look at her research. They had a picture of Nightwolf. They had different characters from different places around the world that they're going to end up getting. And when they went to Raiden's temple, when they were walking through it, it was it Raiden's temple or was it Outer World that they showed all the winners of Mortal Kombat the past like 9 centuries or whatever?
I think that was Raiden's temple that they were in, because I think Sonya said something about it.
Yeah, because I think she said, like, do you believe me now or something? If you look, all those characters, they're all going to come back. They have to. So
I'm good with that. I like that. I hope so.
Yeah. So they told us all the characters that are coming back in the next one, which is going to be dope. I can't wait for that. That's going to be dope. That's going to be good. Because Baraka's cool. I like
Baraka, and they didn't do him justice in the second movie.
No, they didn't. I like him. I want to see imagine the CGI they're going to do on him on this one. Oh, he's going to look.
Yeah, it should be way better.
Yeah.
And then we're at our final scene. Sub-Zero and Cole are fighting, and then Scorpion shows up. And like I said, man, that was my favorite part of the movie.
That whole thing was great for me. My only problem is because it's hard for me not to compare the two movies, the first one and this one. I would have liked a better final scene, like that gym, a frozen version of that gym. I'm thinking like in the first movie when you had those trees and everything, that fight scene with Scorpion, that would have been amazing. Something similar to that would have been great to me.
What was the deal with that? Because I noticed that was the MMA gym where Cole has his fights.
Yeah.
Okay, so the very, very next scene after they win, after Scorpion beats him, he's there.
Everything's normal.
Everything is normal.
They got a hell of a cleanup crew, let me tell you.
That whole place was frozen.
Not anymore.
Sub-Zero ends up capturing Cole's family. He goes to the house and he gets them and he brings them back, and then he puts them in ice and he has them on the against the fence. And I was thinking, like, oh, well, they're dead. Like, they're under ice and they're frozen. They can't breathe. But for some reason, they were able to survive that. Scorpion helped get them out. He had fire in his hand and he put it down and it went out. And when he did that, they opened their eyes, so they were still alive. Because Cole had been trying to punch them out of that ice.
Wasn't he trying to conjure up some fire? Because it looked like he for a second he was able to, and then he couldn't get it.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay.
Yeah, I think for like a second he had fire in his hands and he was trying to free him himself, and then Scorpion helped him. But I think that might be something they're saving for the next one. Like he might have some of that firepower. So he might get Scorpion's power. I just hope he dies. Oh man, It kind of seemed like they're building the franchise around him. So I don't think he's gonna die. They are. He's going to be in your next game too, Joe. You know what? No lie. I just went because I haven't played the game in a minute, and they do different updates. So I wanted to see if the new update had Cole in there, and I was about to say I'm going to sell this damn game.
So you really didn't care for the fight scene between Sub-Zero and Scorpion, huh?
No, that was the best fight scene.
At the end.
At the end, that was a great fight scene.
Okay.
Just didn't need Cole in it.
Well, he was trying to get in it to help, but you know,
he helped. He threw the spear around.
He tried to help, but that was pretty much Scorpion who finished Sub-Zero. But like I said, I don't think he's dead, all the way dead. I because like when I saw that smoke go around him and they vanished, they disappeared with what's his name?
Goro.
No.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung. Yeah, Shang Tsung. I thought, okay, they'll be back. At least those two characters. Maybe not the banana girl. She won't be back. she's cut in half. And Kano, I don't know, man. You know, he did such a good job. The actor that played Kano did such a good job.
Kano can come back. Kano comes back from the dead.
Okay, so what's the point of dying if all these characters can come back? Like, what is the purpose of dying? I'm like, cut my head off. I'll be back later. You know, I don't get that. Like,
that's comic book and video game lore, man. You never die.
Hey, did you guys hear that? Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, is that her name?
They're talking about her for Katana.
And
Love it.
And
Love it.
We want that because you know who her stunt double is?
No.
Caitlin Deschelle, who is like a 9-time, 10-time world champion for sport karate. She was on Team Paul Mitchell.
Okay.
So because she did her stunts for Wonder Woman, so we want that because that means that she's gonna be killing it in that movie.
Okay.
Right. Tell her if she does any interviews, go ahead and mention if this kicks and flicks. Let's go.
All right, so that was pretty much it, and then we see we see Cole talking to his manager, promoter, whoever. He's telling him he's done fighting for $200. He's going to make his way out. You know what? He said he was going to make his way out to Hollywood. It was in California, so he probably wasn't already in California.
Unless he was in a different part.
Most people that's in California are not going to say I'm about to go to Hollywood. That's for people that's outside of California. So who knows where he was. Then he leaves, and then we see the camera pans over to a poster of Johnny Cage, and that lets us know that he's going to see him and he'll be back. Because they were talking with Raiden after Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight, and Raiden flat out said, like, we're gonna need more fighters. Yep. Shang Tsung and Raiden had a talk. And he said that, what did he say? Next time I'm bringing warriors.
Bring my army.
He said he's gonna bring an army.
I bring an army. Yeah, that would have scared the hell out of me too. So Raiden knew that he needed to get some help. He needed to get some backup, and now they are going out. I guess you think they're going to find other fighters who have the mark, or just the best of the best that are fighters who can.
They gotta find the fighters with the mark, otherwise they can't get their haka.
Well, I was under the impression that just about all of them were already dead. They have been found and killed already. So I don't know. Who knows?
No, I think they were just pressed for time. So they're gonna have more time to do some research. They got a few more people to help them out. Before it was just Raiden and Liu Kang and Kung Lao.
Okay. So you guys got anything else?
Yeah. So I would have been just a little bit more happy if instead of a Johnny Cage poster, we see that poster. And then give me an end credit scene with show me who's Johnny Cage is going to be.
Nope.
Show me Johnny Cage doing something.
The way they did it.
Show me Johnny Cage doing
something. I did too.
The only reason they did it that way is because they don't know who the Johnny Cage is going to be at.
Right.
Okay. Why can't we build suspense?
Give me something, man. I don't need Cole. I need Johnny Cage.
I'm not really liking who I'm hearing that they are trying to get for Johnny Cage.
Who are they talking about?
The Miz.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I'm not really.
I heard. You know what? The Miz is the one saying that crap.
But honestly, actually, I've seen it on a few different websites. But honestly, in real life, I can see him actually being Johnny Cage in real life. Like if this was a real thing, he acts like Johnny Cage, but I don't want him. I don't want him to be Johnny Cage in the movie.
That motherfucker, nah, bro. If he's in there, kill him in the first scene.
Yeah, bring everyone to my side. Come on.
I want to see you.
All right, let's wrap this up. You guys got anything else to say?
Love the movie.
I loved it. I'm not hating.
I'm not hating. I'm just giving it how it is.
All right.
Give him the banana.
Bugs, what's on the agenda for next week? What are we watching?
Watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original first one.
First movie of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That should be a fun one.
You got people that are gonna watch that. We're actually gonna take a really good turn on that because that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was actually made to be watched by adults, not really by kids. People don't know that.
I love all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, so
it'll be good.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for this week for Fists, Kicks, and Flixx. We just did Mortal Kombat. 2/3 of us liked it.
Come at me. Come at me. Bring on the hate. Let's go.
If you guys got any comments, put it in the comments on our Martial Arts Center Network Facebook page. Just drop it right in the comments, right where you see our thumbnail for Fists, Kicks, and Flixx. If you guys don't have anything else to say, I'm going to wrap it up. You guys got anything?
Good.
All right. Everybody stay safe, stay strong. Make sure you listen to CTE if you haven't listened to them already. Make sure you check out Inside School with Alice and Jeff tomorrow. And also, for those of you who've been asking me who did our beat, is done by one of our students in Plowden's Martial Arts. His name is Blizzard. You can check him out on Instagram. Just look up I Am Blizzard. And other than that, director, play my music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.